It's funny how a small idea, like wanting a new patio, can really spiral, isn't it?
Totally. It starts simple.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into that journey. You know, the one homeowners take with their backyards? It often kicks off with just wanting maybe a better grill setup or something.
A basic upgrade.
But it blossoms into something way bigger. And we're drawing on insights here from VizX Design Studios, specifically their perspective on the art of outdoor living.
Yeah, they frame it really well. It's about how these simple starting points can actually lead to pretty profound changes in how you relate to your home.
Let's talk about that initial spark first,
Yeah.
because it usually comes from looking at a backyard that's, well, fine.
Right. It's adequate.
Yeah.
Maybe it's safe, maybe technically functional, but just dull,
Yeah.
uninspired, maybe. VizX points this out. There's this untapped potential just sitting there.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not great. It's not enhancing your life.
Exactly. It exists, but it's not really living space yet.
Yeah. And that little thought, we should do something, that ignites what VizX calls the voyage, which sounds grand, but it fits, actually.
It does, because it's more than just hiring a contractor. It really is a journey of discovery for the homeowner.
You mean like beyond just picking out pavers?
Oh, way beyond. Suddenly you're looking at mood boards, different layout options, trying to figure out how you actually want to use the space.
Right.
Then you hit the practical realities, zoning rules, which can be a headache.
Ugh.
Drainage plans,
Yeah.
super important, but maybe not glamorous. Phase budgeting, sample finishes. It's a whole world of decisions most people haven't considered before they start.
So that initial let's build a patio thought really opens up a Pandora's box of, well, design and planning.
It does. It highlights that creating a truly great outdoor space involves a lot more layers than you might think at first glance.
And it's interesting you mentioned VizX talks about how homeowners change during this process too, their perspective shifts.
Yeah, that's a key insight they have. Initially, it's common to ask, what are other people doing? Looking at trends, maybe what the neighbors did.
Sure, that makes sense. Safety in numbers.
But as they get deeper into this voyage, as VizX puts it, there's often a switch. They start focusing less on trends and more on what do we want? What fits our lifestyle?
Yeah, so it becomes more personal.
Exactly. Less what's in style and more what feels like us. And that's a really important turning point. It means they're getting genuinely invested in the outcome, not just checking a box.
So it moves from just an upgrade to creating something that actually resonates on a deeper level.
Precisely. And this is when, according to VizX's view, the backyard stops being this separate, forgotten zone.
And starts becoming part of the home.
Yes, really integrated into daily life. A place for hosting, sure, but also just for relaxing, reconnecting. It becomes an extension of their indoor living space.
So that initial request, the patio or the grill we mentioned,
It turns out to be just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. It was the catalyst, maybe, but the end result is this whole environment, this feeling. It's not just about the feature itself.
it's about the whole experience it enables.
Right. It's about creating space for connection, for unwinding, for genuinely living outdoors.
Right.
The parts come together to make something more meaningful than the sum of those parts.
Which brings us to what VizX calls the return. Finishing the project.
Yeah, but it's more than just the construction ending. It's like coming home, but to a place that feels different, better aligned with them.
Renewed.
Renewed, exactly. The initial goal might have been met, but the journey itself delivered something more profound along the way.
So the lasting impact isn't just, hey, a nice patio.
Not at all. It's a fundamental shift in the relationship with the home, with the property. That underused patch of grass is now integral. It actively adds to their enjoyment, their well-being. This whole VizX concept of the art of outdoor living, it really hinges on that seamlessness, blurring the indoor-outdoor line.
Right, creating that flow.
And fostering that connection with being outside.
So wrapping this up, the big insight from VizX Design Studios and their art of outdoor living idea seems to be it's less about the stuff, the fire pit, the kitchen, and more about the whole process.
Definitely. The design-build journey itself, when it's done thoughtfully, collaboratively,
Yeah.
that's what transforms things. Not just the physical space, but the whole way you experience being at home.
It really makes a thing.
It does. And maybe a question for you listening is, think about one small change you might be considering for your own space, inside or out. Could that little spark be the start of its own voyage? Leading to something much bigger and more rewarding in how you live?